Greetings and salutations, my excellent friends. Hope you're having a great day. Today, I am going to answer a question from Olivia, who asks about tips for adjusting to life here in Korea. Now, first up, you have to realize that Korea is a nation of 50 million people, and less than 5% are comprised of foreigners. So when you come to Korea, chances are you won't see another person like you. You will be a minority. Now, if this is the first time you've ever been a minority in a population, it takes a little bit of time getting used to the fact that there is no one really like you around. Kind of need to wrap your head around that concept. If you are a member of a quote-unquote minority population where you're from, chances are while you're here in Korea, things will be even a little bit more skewed. So be ready for that. Number 2, this is Korea. It's not the United States, it's not Canada, it's not the UK, it's not wherever you're from. So when you come to Korea, be prepared for doing things and trying things in a different way. There is very much a Korean way of doing things, and as a guest in the country working, you need to adapt to that. You need to adapt your lifestyle to fit the way that things go on here. The longer you try to hold on to things to the way that they were done in your native country, the harder time you're going to have to adjusting to life here. Number 3, and this is especially true in Seoul. In the Seoul metro area, there are roughly 25 million souls. Now that is half the country's population. So it is very, very crowded. Personal space is at a premium, so it's very common to be walking along the street and get bumped. People are not being rude. That is just the way of life. You don't have the luxury of having a wide buffer zone between people. There just isn't the space for it. Much the same as if you were in New York City in the middle of rush hour standing on the sidewalk, chances are you'd be bumped. So when you come to Korea, especially Seoul, be prepared for that lack of personal space. Number 4, Korea is very much a bali-bali society, a fast-paced society. Unfortunately, this also means that a lot of tasks are thrust upon you at the very last minute, meaning that you need to work as fast as you can, as hard as you can to complete them before the deadline. And the deadlines are usually the next day or sometimes the same day. Now this can be very frustrating, but that is the way things are done here, and you need to adapt as a worker in this country. So rather than focus on the negative of having to do things at the last minute, focus on the positive, that it's very fast, it will be over soon, and you can move on to the next task. The longer you try to hold on to the way that things were done in your home country rather than the way that things are done here, means that you will have a harder time acclimating to Korean society. I love the meat. Finally, be prepared to strike up conversations with people on the spur of the moment. Unfortunately, many who study English don't have a real opportunity to practice it. So, if they see you standing in a subway station or at a bus stop, they may come up to you and say a few phrases in English, hoping to strike up a conversation. This takes a tremendous amount of courage, and I encourage you to engage with them, because chances are you might be learning Korean, and it gives you an opportunity to practice your Korean back. Once you start communicating, you have the opportunity again to foster a great friendship, and it's one of the ways that I've been able to make so many friends here in Korea. So I hope these tips have been helpful. If you'd like to read more about ways to adjust to life here in Korea, check the blog article in the link down below. If you have a question for me, whether it be about life in Korea, travel, or just about anything, you can send me a question at questions@chiranger.com. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.